Yes, going live. I don't know if nobody is even on the live right now. I'm not see nobody. Anyway, just like I make this a video. I don't have a soul on the live right now, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We're going to we're going to go ahead and start the live because I have some things I want to talk about with the JFF or with Jamaica playing the game um against the USA. As you can see in the title, it says how Jamaica can defeat the United States, but I also having the topic to talk about um the Jamaica elections, the JFF elections are moving forward. How we're gonna, work that in. I see a few people coming in the viewing the thing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just doing an impromptu live video right now. I just want to talk about some topics in football with Jamaica right now. And I actually believe Jamaica actually can win this game. Me know say, when we talk about Jamaica playing the USA, everybody sound afraid. Everybody sound like say, boy, we don't have Liam Bailey, we don't have Ethan Pinnock, we don't have Dexter Lembikis, we don't have not Dexter Lembikis, we don't have Amari Bell and them people there. So we can't win. It is like this is the mindset. I'm there for say, I feel say there are ways that Jamaica can win this game. There are some things that can be done so that we can win the game. So with us there, I gotta chop it up a little bit. I mean, whosoever come in, come watch it, watch it. We just ask as you come in if you can hit the like button and see if we can send the video out. So please hit the like button as you come in. We definitely appreciate it because it helps us send out the video to more eyes. If you're new, the first time you're viewing the channel, asking you to subscribe as we're trying to grow the channel here. So I'm gonna get into it because we're not gonna spend a lot of time on the live, but I just feel like this is the best way to do it. So the first thing is I'm gonna talk about the JFF elections and moving forward from the JFF elections. I'm gonna talk about that first, and then I'm gonna get into how Jamaica can beat the USA. Yes, a game that I will be attending. I will definitely be attending that game because I want to, I wanna support the Reggae Boys. It's my side. You know what I mean? My business one nobody feel about in terms of where them feel like them can win, lose, or draw. Whether them win, lose, or draw, I'm still a support the Reggae Boys. Is I mean, I'm still gonna go out there to Texas and we're gonna be supporting them and hope so them do, them beat the USA. I want to talk about that in a second. But first topic we're gonna talk about the JFF elections. So we see recently, so the JFF elections just done, right? Michael Ricketts get re-elected. Real Solid Action Network or Real Solid Action Group, them come and them challenge Mike Ricketts, but it wasn't successful. Whether fortunately or unfortunately, depending on which side of the coin you fall on, you might have like the fact say it end up say Michael Ricketts side win again, or you might not have liked that Mike Ricketts side win. But be that as it may, them win. And here is where we are now. And we just want to move the football forward. But how is it that we're going to move the football forward? What is it that we're going to need to do? Because, like, even though it's the same people them back in office, we're trying to see more improved football, a more improved JFF. So when I really want to come back and say the same old from the footballing administration, we want to see better administration of Jamaica's football. That is what we want to see. We want to see a much better run JFF. We want to see more professionalism. We want to see better communication. We want to see less, alabaloo with the players them and all of that. We want the players them to get paid on time. You know what I mean? Like all of them thing there. And we want just a professionally run organization from the JFF. That's what I would like to see from this JFF. Now that we are done with the elections and we are into a new era, if you want to call it that. We want to see it. I read in the newspaper where, Michael Ricketts, I say, him not really know if my use back Raymond Anderson in an administration again, which I guess is understandable. But be that as it may, we want to see more professionalism. So here are some of the things that I would like to see in the JFF moving forward. Number one is we need more professionalism and early payments to the players. So we know, say, with the Reggae Girls, we never even get to participate in the recent Women's Gold Cup, and that was really because of the back and forth between the JFF and the Reggae Girls. And that is something now that we have to put behind us. Reggae Girls too. I mean, the Reggae Girls, you're gonna have to put that behind you because the same JFF has been back in office and them are gonna run the thing. So, we just have to put the past behind us. We have to put the past behind us and focus on Jamaica's football. The Jamaica's football is about Jamaica. It's not about any individual. You know what I mean? So if you don't feel like, say, you like a Dennis Strong or a Mike Ricketts or a Rudolph Speed, I mean, you kind of have to put that to your side because they are not the individuals you're representing. You represent Jamaica. So we need that relationship to be fixed. So me I call on the Reggae Girls and me I call on the JFF for talk, fix that because like it don't look good. It don't look good for the Women's Gold Cup just go on. Jamaica never even they play and you have side where we're better than a play in the Gold Cup and we not even did it. Joke thing that as far as me concerned. So we need that relationship there for fix. We need people for talk. You get me? We need the JFF and the girls them for come together and talk about them issues, get it over and done with, and let's move past this. You know what I mean? We need to move past this, Bridget. Like the constant. If a Reggae Girl side get called, we don't know if the World Cup squad come or it's gonna be the second string set of girls them, the girls them where you use because they couldn't get the World Cup girls. If it's that side they come, and that I mean no disrespect to the girls them when they come play. You know what I mean? You have some good players out of the group there, but you know what I mean? We want to see the World Cup squad, the original World Cup squad. We want to put our best set of players out there at all times. So, is it my call on the Reggae Girls? The World Cup Reggae Girls, yes, them me talk about. Me call upon Uno for also come to the table with a willing heart for work with the JFF because they're going to be there now. You get me? So, like, it nobody make no sense like we kind of have no feelings over it or nothing. Come together with a willing heart, come to the table, willing to work with the JFF, and let's move forward. Like, me feel just like anybody else about the JFF, but at them they're in the office now, so I have to work with them. You get me? So let's just put hands and heart together and let us look at it more as Jamaica's football more than any individual. All right. So that's a number one. Number two is as I say, more professionalism. You know what I mean? We don't want to see no more flight issues and all of that. Number two is to lay out your plans for the nation's football. This new JFF. For me, I have never ever really heard a JFF administration come out and talk about anything what them have for the nation's football. Like, what are your plans for Jamaica's football? Where's your vision for Jamaica's football in the next 5 years? Me never hear nobody come out and really talk about that. I mean, you know, me know some here, I hear about a manifesto what get thrown around there, but me never really, you know, it's kind of a sad thing. So when these elections are going on, you don't have any, you don't really have any public discourse about your manifesto, because it would be nice for the public to be able to hear what it is that your vision for the football is. You know what I mean? Because you know, even though we are not voting, the public is not voting, it would be nice to hear what do you want? What do, as the leader of the JFF, what is it that you see, how do you see football progressing over the next 10 years? You know, you think about Jamaica. I know that from a governmental standpoint, them say by 2030, them call it the Vision 2030, them say they want Jamaica to become a first world society by 2030. Now, that is a vision, and I would love to see it happen. It's a possibility that it could happen. It's a possibility that it might not. We see some development going on in the country. We see roads being built. We see, you know, houses being built, and so on and so forth, right? So we see some things, some steps taken to get to the point of a first world society. We see improvement, the change of the currency, right? That is what I'm talking about. Like, what are your vision? What is your vision? What are your plans for Jamaica's football? Do you even have a plan? And if so, what is it? It would be nice for the GFF if you could share your vision. We would love to see. I could tell you what I would love to see. I would love to see better facilities in Jamaican football. You know what I mean? Would I love to see a better national stadium? I would love to see a more robust effort from the JFF to get fans into the seats, to get butts into the seats in the stadium when Jamaica play. But can't bother go to stadium and see reggae boys are play and two, and you know what I mean? I just the bleachers, like a few people in the bleachers, you see me, and when you're looking at grandstand, a few people, you know what I mean? Back in the 98 when they run up to the qualifying for the World Cup, you see me? The stadium, they ram. We want to see that again. You see me? We want, when Jamaica play, people come out and support the thing and the stadium ram and get receipts at turnover. You get me? People used to all try sell your ticket when them they at the stadium, when you come up at the stadium. They might try to sell your ticket this. So we want to see a robust effort from the JFF to get people back in at the stadium, get people interested back in it. I'm gonna say it hard. It's not an easy thing. You know what I mean? Because I'm not lay the blame at 100% of the blame at you know, at the JFF. But I would like to see more effort being placed into the thing for them come for people come and watch the game. Yes. Yeah, Brooks. Yeah, if my plan to make it to the qualifiers, boy, I try to make all of the game them, you know. For be honest, I'm actually going to be in Texas for the Nations League game this week. So that is one thing where I plan for do. Yeah, I try to go as many Jamaica games as possible. You see me? But don't really know the dates for the June game them yet, but as soon as I find out, yeah, about plan for it. And people, as they come into the live, just if you can hit the like button, would I really, really appreciate it. That's the only support me ask, if you can just hit the like button. But yeah, as man said, I want to see a plan from the JFF. I want to see present a plan to the public. Even though you're not running for election anymore, the election don't know when, it would be nice to hear something from the owner to say what is the plan going forward for the football. And then number 3, the other thing what I said is invest in better facilities. I kind of don't say that already, but more to say that you invest in better facilities around the country. And one of the things that I would like to see, you know, like how you have the JFF Center of Excellence in Kingston, it would have been nice for our Center of Excellence in a Montego Bay too, where you can concurrently have, you can concurrently have national players on the western end of the island training, while you have national players on the eastern end of the island training also. And I know I heard about the FIFA, the National Academy we get funding in from. We want to see, we want to hear the JFF plans. What's the timeline on that? When is that going to start? What is that going to be? Is the National Academy, is that going to be a facility, or is it just going to be a group of people that just meet up at the JFF Center of Excellence and train all the while? Oh yes, Brooks, Maga did it Thursday, this Thursday. You see me? Thursday, Maga did it. But yeah, we want to know if that is going to be if you're going to build a brand new academic facility, or is it just going to be somebody that is paid to come down and train the players them, a bunch of players, all the while. We want to know that. So we really look that we really would like to see just give you an idea of what is going on, because the coach come out the other day and say something like him saying that in press conference, say it is better to have 1,000 enemies outside the tent than to have one enemy inside the tent. A very profound statement, and I think the reason why I'm saying it is because is because the information keep getting leaked to the public, and I think the reason why people so hungry for information all the while is because we not feel the public don't feel like them hear enough. You don't share enough with it, so that we have to go, trying to get the latest scoop and all of that. So when it come around, when things come up that we want to find out about, people try get somebody to leak out information. With the coach saying this now, it might stop, but we'll see. I'll read some of the comments. Brooks, the coach has said multiple times that the quality of pitches need to be better so that the team can get stronger performances at home. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that. And I mean, I think there needs to be a focus on getting better facilities in Jamaica. Like, I don't know if that needs to be a committee formed between the JFF and the PFJL, like a committee where you come and sit down and you brainstorm ideas as to how we can maintain quality services in Jamaica. Because like sometimes you'll see even a Premier League game it play this week, and you see a good surface. You'll see that like down Tony Sparling. And then the next week you come and the surface might not look exactly the same way. It's still there in a playing condition, but it's not maintained exactly the same way. It not for be Tony Sparling, it can be other places too. But there needs to be, like, I think, a committee that is just focused on that. There needs to be an arm of the PFJL or an arm of the JFF that is their responsibility is facilities, whether it be setting standards for Premier League games. You need to set standards for stadiums, how much a Premier League stadium should be able to seat, how many spectators it should be able to seat, what the quality of the surface must be. And I see them making steps in those directions, but I still think it needs more specific focus. And I think the JFF need to give us some type of idea as to what it is that you have in mind for get better facilities in the country. And maybe it's not just a JFF thing. As I say, maybe it's PFJL. Lee, big up yourself and say, we require an improved stadium dedicated solely for football. Yeah, of course. The National Stadium at this point is old. The National Stadium has been around since I don't know how long, and it doesn't really even belong to the JFF. We don't have an international quality football specific stadium, because the National Stadium is used for everything. It's used for track and field, whether it be boys champs, MVP training, the invitational meets, Gibson relays, whatever, primary champs. You see me? Like everything them use stadium for with the track and field. Then with football, every final play a stadium, whether it be national Premier League final, Major League final, you see me, Manning Cup final, you see me, Oliver Shield final, like all of everything play a stadium, which, You know what I mean? If it is well maintained, it's not a bad thing, you know. But you know what I mean? We need another facility, especially something world class. I don't know how many of you in the chat watched the Afghan Ivory Coast. Wanna see how the stadium them in our Ivory Coast look good, like them look like world class facilities. It's me, and I'm not saying that we need to build 60,000 seat stadium because I don't know if I could get 60,000 person to come watch the game, but it would be nice to build quality facilities with decent size seating. I personally feel like we need to build a prototype Premier League stadium, like a prototype Premier League stadium, a stadium that seats 3,000 to 5,000 people. Because I mean, I think we could get really much more than that at a typical Premier League game. But the clubs them need to have their own facilities where seat 3,000 to 5,000 people with a quality surface. That should be a prototype for a Premier League stadium. And that may I say. You see me? Read some more. I love how the coach mentions publicly that the federation will get more revenue from participation in all these competitions. It's a way of holding them accountable and forcing them to reinvest. Yeah, I mean, may I agree, but you know, for the JFF come out and say, oh, them use the money, I gotta be another thing because it's like them always say we have so many different national teams to run and we have to use the money for the this and that and the third, that we don't really know what them always use it for, you know. And but it's true, it would be good if we can actually able to track what they do with the money when they get it. When they get the money, what they do with it. You see me? Brando, big up yourself and say we need a true national football stadium. Yeah, a football specific stadium with no track and field and them thing there. A football mecca. A mecca of football where we have a just football play right this, because football is growing in Jamaica now. It's the #1 sport. It's challenging track and field as the #1 sport in Jamaica. You know, I refer Morris, big up yourself and say probably one of the leaker will not be in the JFF. Maybe the leaker won't be at JFF anymore. Yeah, for real. Whosoever leaked the information, I don't know. And I think the information was the Bailey thing. I'm going to talk about that in a second. I really want to get into that. Cavalier versus Nashville was so disappointing in the Champions Cup. It was nobody there. It's like nobody was there. I remember when, yeah, Albertview and DC United used to play. Compound used to run for real. We used to go watch the game there. No, I think you talk Cavalier versus Cincinnati, I mean. Got the same side where Alva Sport play for. Yeah, Cavalier played since FC Cincinnati recently. Yeah. So more talk about so that's my thing to the JFF. More just want to see uno take a proactive approach and present to the public stuff that you would, your vision for Jamaica, your vision for Jamaica's football moving forward. That's how I mean ask, because sometimes I only know about what the things that you do as we go along. I don't know the vision we want to have, you know. And the reason why I say that, like, you see, if you look at MLS, when I came to the United States years ago, like, you know, me used to say, yo, USA not take football serious. Them have the money and them have the facilities and them have everything where you could have possibly want for have a professional football environment. I'm gonna say that when we day in a college here in the US, but then years later now, MLS. Look at what they have done with the MLS. Now you have Messi, Suarez, and Jordi Alba are play in a MLS. Now them have MLS Next Pro, something that is synonymous with the Prem 2 in England. You think that happened by happenstance? You think that them sit down and that does happen? Them plan feet. I remember hearing them talk about what we want the MLS to look like in the next 10 years. They had a 10-year plan for the MLS. They sat down and they planned this out. This not happened by happenstance. So that's what I'm saying when I say, would I love to hear the JFF come out and talk about, you know, stuff like that. Brando say they could have used the Jamworld space, but that will now be reformed for entertainment. Yeah. I mean, the Jam World team, I'm kind of good with the facts and them have that for entertainment because that is important in Jamaica too. And the artists them have been balling out for a 24-hour entertainment space for a long time. But I mean, there's a lot of land in Jamaica. You see me? Them can find some way for build a stadium. The JFF should be able to raise them own money. The JFF should be able to raise them own money and build a stadium. You see me? And make a drive for build a stadium. If I were in my cricket's position, I would clean house right now. Well, we'll see how that happens. I would love to see what his new cabinet will look like moving forward. If he's going to keep the same people them, or what will happen. That will be interesting to see. All right, I'm going to swing over to another topic, don't talk about the JFF election, kind of talk about that for a while. I want to talk about, can Jamaica beat the US and what are the keys to victory? As Media said earlier, in listening to everybody talk about this Jamaica versus USA Nations League game that's scheduled to take place Thursday in 2 days' time, and I will be attending, I noticed that people pretty much give up and say, Jamaica gonna lose, because if you think about it, Leon Bailey is out. Shamar Nicholson can't play because of suspension. Damari Gray can't play because of suspension. Who else? Ethan Pinnock is out because of injury, and Amari Bell is out because of injury. So that's 5 regular starters. Those are 5 people who would have started if they were not injured or otherwise suspended in whatever way. Those people would have been playing, but they can't play. So all of a sudden now people start saying, boy, we don't think we can win this fixture. No, there's a lot of things about that. One, it shows that as much as we might have a talented team, we don't have a lot of depth, right? Because if Damari Gray is not playing, who is an easy replacement for Damari Gray? If Shamar Nicholson is not playing, who is an easy replacement for Shamar Nicholson? If Amari Bell is not playing, I actually think that Greg Lee is a decent replacement for Amari Bell, though. I don't think, I think the both of them are kind of on par. And then if Liam Bailey is not available for whatever reason, who is a good replacement for him? So remember to start with that for a while, because this is why I believe that Ronaldo Cephas should have been given an opportunity in this team a long time ago, because Ronaldo Cephas have been called to this team more than once, but hasn't played for Jamaica. I don't even think he played 5 minutes for Jamaica yet. And so I really don't want this window, the coach don't give more than 5. Ronaldo Cephas need to get at least 45 minutes. You know what I mean? But don't want him get called for come sit down on the bench. Because I know what. I believe in Cephas a lot. I know him have the talent because I see him play for him Turkish club. But when it comes to Jamaica, he doesn't get an opportunity. Then just come put him on the bench. You see me? I'm going to like that. We need to give Ronaldo Cephas at least 45 minutes so that we can get to lay eyes on him and see how he play when he play for Jamaica. You get me? We can't get to make a correct assessment of Cephas if you can put him on the bench. So I really hope the coach don't do that. This guy needs to play, at least give us a chance to assess what Ronaldo Cephas, how he's going to play when he plays for Jamaica. Because at this point we don't know. We believe in his talents and all of that, but you have to put him on the field and let him get a chance to play. I personally believe that Cephas it can be a decent replacement for Leon Bailey. He's lightning quick. You know what I mean? He can give a lot of people problems on that wing. You know what I mean? He can give a lot of people problems on that wing. So we want to see him. We just kind of say that as a sidebar, but we just want to come back on topic. What will Jamaica winning this game mean? Because if we win this game, you know what I mean, we're going on to the finals of the Nation League. How important is this win? How important is this game to Jamaica's football development? I think a lot of people believe, say, so, you know what I mean? It's easy for us to say, okay, the whole Liam Bailey situation, I think a lot of people is in agreement that, you know what I mean, him deserve the suspension. I don't feel too bad to him get suspended. A lot of people feel that way, given what he did. It's not that we wouldn't need him in the squad, but consider in the grand scheme of things, in the grand context of things, can we afford to do without a Leon Bailey in this game? A lot of people believe that, yes, we can afford to do without him because we need to lay down the law. We need people we need the team to understand, say, yo, no one person is bigger than the team. And so Leon Bailey getting suspended is par for the course because it helps to set the tone moving forward. A lot of people believe that way. So by default, we're saying then that the Nations League game, is it that important? No, because a lot of people are saying I would rather not have Liam Bailey in this game versus in the Copa America or the World Cup qualifying. So how important is this Nations League game? Yes, I can kind of understand people saying it's not that important, but Jamaica hasn't won any silverware on the regional level, on the Concacaf level, as yet. You know what I mean? We getting to the Nations League semifinal was somewhat of a miracle, if you want to call it that, because like none of us were expecting Jamaica to go to Canada and defeat Canada in Canada. Canada is a very difficult team. It's one of the strongest teams in CONCACAF, and we got by them in Canada. We pulled out a rabbit out of the hat, so to speak. You know what I mean? So us getting to this point, you know, and it shows some consistency in Hallgrimson too, because if you remember, we got to the semifinal of the Gold Cup, and now we have gotten to the semifinal of the Nations League. That's some level of consistency, and I hope, I don't know if CONCACAF is going to look at that and say, well, Gold Cup semifinal, Nations League semifinal, are we really a top 4 team in CONCACAF given those two facts? But we have to perform at the level, at the Nations League level, at the regional level, whether it's at the Gold Cup level or at the Nations League level. We have to perform. So I don't think we should go into this game with a defeatist mindset to say, boy, we can't win this game. We have to try and win this game. You know what I mean? And we have to strategize how we're going to win this game. And I came up with some points as to how we can win this game. But let me take some of your comments, because I see some people commenting. Do you think Lowe should play midfield? That's a good question. Damian Lowe, it depends. I don't think I would start out with him in midfield, but I think if based on how the game is going, if we're seeing that we're losing the midfield battle, we need a little bit more aggression in midfield. I could see us putting Damian Lowe in the midfield in the second half, kind of like what we did against Canada. But I certainly wouldn't start him in the midfield, because I think Damian Lowe is a solid defender, and I think he's better served in a defensive unit, at least in the first half of the game where we're kind of feeling it out, until we get to the more business end of the game, which is more than likely the second half. It depends on how the first half goes too. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. Have you watched Cephas at his club recently? He has been very poor. I have seen Cephas at his club. I noticed that in the last maybe 2 or 3 games he hasn't started, but I don't think he has been poor though. You know what I mean? Like, he hasn't started. I don't know if it's because when he started the season, he was scoring a lot. He hasn't scored or assisted in a while now, so maybe they have pulled him back. I wouldn't say he's poor, but I did recognize that he wasn't starting. I wonder how the coach will set up the team. I believe he might set up with J-Lo, Antonio Reid. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. I think the coach will go with a 4-4-2 as usual. his poor run has been for 2 months. I mean, I've watched some of his games. I don't know about 2 months. I think the last time he started a game was in February, and we're in March now. So I wouldn't say it's been 2 months that he has had a poor run of form. But I still believe that Cephas's speed can contribute a lot to causing problems on that wing for us. But we'll see how the coach set it up. So let me move forward a little bit. So the names of the players in the squad, we have all seen the squad. We all saw the whole Bailey Kadamateri, Halabaloo, Bailey Kadamateri. He was named in Jamaica squad, but he also was named in England under 19 squad, and recently he was given the opportunity, or he had to make a decision whether he was going to play for Jamaica or play for England under 19. It seems like he has chosen England under 19, and quite frankly, I'm not really, I didn't know who Bailey Kadamateri was before, so it's not like I am hurt by his decision. It's somebody who never they really know about. He came in the squad and then choose for that England. I mean, we never did really expect him to be in the squad anyway, so it's not a big deal to me. No, for me, it kind of a little bit insulting, as much as we never they really know him. It's insulting for you to accept a call for Jamaica, and then England call you back and you say, oh, by the way, never mind, I'm going to play for England. Like, I don't think we're supposed to run down players and I beg them to play for Jamaica. I mean, this is Jamaica. We need to walk with some pride, Richard. Like, if you don't want to play for Jamaica, it's fine. We'll find somebody else to play for we, and we don't have to walk around and feel no way about it. You get me? If nobody want to play for Jamaica, it's fine. It's no big deal. But I think a lot of people are a little upset about it and hurt by it and all that. I mean, I'm not really good out there. You never want to play. You get a better, you get what you thought was a better opportunity to play for England. It's okay. You know what I mean? Do you? I mean, your decision at the end of the day, isn't it? So me can't say it hurt me because I don't know what he would have brought anyway. What would I, I don't know why he would have bring to Jamaica, But I think in the future, though, the JFF really need to make sure that these players that they're asking to come and represent us are truly committed to us, because it does kind of look embarrassing for us to say we're called a player for play for our national team or senior team, and him turn that down for go play for the under 19 squad of England. And it's a cautionary tale to us too for Jamaica, because like England is not just sitting around and allowing us to come scrape with all of the players that they develop, whether they have Jamaican ancestry or not. Them now have sit down and make we just come take for them best players them and leave them, I wonder which part we are gonna go. Wonder which part them have a fight with you, because I mean, look at Ethan Pinnock, for example. You think they would love to be able to bring in Ethan Pinnock in the England squad, but we don't have him already. Him done committed to Jamaica already, so that can't do over again. We don't have him already. So no, what them are looking to say is, boy, we have to be careful about how we make these teams come and take our players. And maybe Bailey Kadamateri was somebody what them see and say, yo, boy, that player could turn out to become a pretty good player later. And if Jamaica have him and we can't get him again, we are screwed. Now, the other side of the argument there is a lot of people believe, say, yo, England have a whole heap of talent already. We don't have so much talent over there that if we come scrape 1 or 2 or 3 talent, that shouldn't bother us. Well, no, them are think about it as, yo, we want to keep our thing high. We want to keep our level high, and we want to have the ability to choose the best players. And the situation with England in us, Jamaica, choosing players from England on the men's side is similar to us choosing players from the United States on the female side. You see, the US want to reserve the right to choose the best female players available, right? So you'll find that there are some players who opt to represent the US that have Jamaican ancestry on the women's side. But if US call them at the US, they're gonna play for, you know, and it's the same thing on the men's side in England. So I mean, we kind of lose the Bailey guy. I mean, hear a lot of people swear upon him, but you know, it is what it is. Read some comments. I like his pace, but the club has been playing a different way from what he's used to, so that could contribute. Well, yeah. I mean, look, as it relates to Cephas and in club, it is what it is. But all I am saying, I would like to see him get at least 45 minutes with Jamaica. You know what I mean? Because I would love to, because it's unfair for Cephas to perform so good in Jamaica as a JPL player, never getting a call to Jamaica team, but you have JPL player who play for Jamaica now. You see me? Then him go to North Macedonia and did well, but people say North Macedonia league, the too little, so him still never getting a call there. So. And then now him gone to Turkey, started out at Turkey performing well. Maybe he's having a little dip now, but majority of the time he has been in Turkey, he has been performing well. So why is he being punished for his success? He did well in England, he did well in Jamaica, and did well in North Macedonia, and did well in Turkey. Why is it that he cannot get an opportunity for play for Jamaica? That's all me saying. Because you have JPL baller will get more than 45 minutes for Jamaica, you know. And this guy has played well everywhere in every league that he has played in. Whether it has been JPL, whether it is North Macedonia, whether it is the Turkish league, he has played well in every league he has played in. Why can't he get a chance to play 45 minutes for Jamaica? Cephas had not even played 20 minutes for Jamaica yet. And that's all I'm saying. At what point are we going to get to witness Cephas play 20 minutes in Jamaican colors? That's all I'm saying. No one to say that. All right. I don't mind choosing England under 19. I don't really find it insulting. I think the coach is changing the approach by recruiting way younger players before they get to commit to England. Like, yeah. I mean, as I say, it don't really bother me. The whole Bailey Cadamarter thing, it don't bother me neither. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Leaves a bitter taste now and skeptic in regards to players coming in. Yes, I do agree with that point too. Dex plays. I do agree with that. You can't just come in and say you're committed to Jamaica and then that too wishy-washy for me. You're either committed and you're still committed or you don't committed at all. But don't come say yeah, come do it and then later on, you know what I mean, you switch, you change your mind. Like the JFF needs to do a better job in making sure so when them people they get committed, they stay committed. They need to do a better job with that. You see me? And they don't call Whisper but Dixon get called. The Whisper situation, I mean, I don't know. Whisper, I think maybe the coach is saying he's getting settled at Chelsea because Whisper, you know what I mean, even when Whisper they just go, them they are trying to figure out whether them for playing at under 18 or under 21. You know, them finally figure out say, okay, under 21. Even when him start play under 21, him never did really up to the time. So it take him a little while, and now him start score some goal. Him does score two goals in 2 games. So maybe the coach just doesn't want to disrupt his rhythm, and maybe let him stay in Chelsea and play a little bit. Maybe he will get called for the Copa America, or maybe even the under 20. Maybe the coach will say, yo, just finish out the season at Chelsea and then you can come back. I don't know. I mean, the funny thing though is that Whisper would actually be a pretty good replacement for a decent replacement for Liam Bailey. That's kind of interesting. Let me see. Coach said he didn't want to disrupt Whisper's development. Yeah. That's what I think too. Man of Valor, big up yourself. I will see how good Cephas is. I hope he's not overhyped. Yeah, well, I mean, me just want to at least see him play. Just make him touch the field and give me 10, 15, 20 minutes on the field. And that's all I'm saying. I hope he's not overhyped too, but I want to see him get a chance. We can't have players in the JPL that is not nearly as successful as Cephas, but then get more opportunity to play for Jamaica than Cephas. That doesn't make any sense to me. You need to get an opportunity. You see me? I see, yeah, 6 minutes him to get joke. Yeah, please, yeah, I agree. If you can smash up the like button there for real, really appreciate you guys being here and all of that. So that is Bailey Kadama theory. Then we're just going to talk about one more thing before I get to the squad, and it is Leon Bailey. I know that is a topic of concern too. Some people actually believe that Leon Bailey should have been in the squad, especially now that Bailey Kadama theory can't make it. Is it a good idea for the coach to say, yo, just bring in Leon Bailey? My thing is this with Leon Bailey. Like, I can't disagree with the coach. I don't think this coach is an unfair coach. I don't see Hallgrimson as an unfair coach. I don't see him as a spiteful coach. I don't see him as that. I think he's a fair person. And if this is the decision that they came down with, it had to have been based on deliberation with other people in the coaching staff. It had to have been maybe even talking with a few of the players. It had to have been in terms of talking to the player as well. And he would have had to also consider what would be the repercussions on Jamaica's chances moving forward. He would have had to rank the Nations League versus the World Cup qualifiers versus the Copa America. He would have had to think about the fact that, am I going to do something with the insubordination of Leon Bailey? Because I have to respond. And if I respond, how am I going to respond? Am I going to fine him, as a lot of people have said? If I fine him, would that really hurt Leon Bailey, considering the amount of money he's earning in England right now? Would a fine really hurt him? He probably wouldn't even see it. Whatever they fine him probably would get at the charity all the while. You know, so I don't know that fining him would have been the solution. So I don't really have a problem with him being suspended. I'm sad that he is, though. But for his suspension, I blame more the player than the coach. You know what I mean? Like, why would you put yourself in a situation like that? I mean, like, I love Leon Bailey. Like, I watch Leon Bailey play every week. You know what I mean? I watch him. I don't miss none of him game them. But I mean, if the coach need to set a message, send a message to the team to say, hey, look, this is what we're going to abide by, and in order for us to be successful, we can't only be disciplined in terms of, we kick the football. We have to be disciplined in a many different aspects of our footballing life when we're together in order to be successful on the field. And I mean, I think a man like Leon Bailey should have known that. I mean, if Leon Bailey had gone I said this before, if Aston Villa had to go to Amsterdam to go play Ajax, our owner Emery say, yo, don't come back into the hotel after 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. I don't think Leon Bailey would do it. And so what his actions does is it make people ask the question, well, Bailey, do you respect Aston Villa more than you respect Jamaica? You know, is that really it? Because like, and is it that your actions when you come to play for the national team are your performances for the national team a reflection of your actions off the field? Are your actions on the field for Jamaica a reflection of your actions off the field? That's why it forced people to ask, because we notice that when you play for Aston Villa, you're a much more disciplined, focused person. But when you come for Jamaica, y'all get some chances where I hit the post with a kick way. And I know, say, if you get them chance there, Aston Villa, you not miss them there. Because you know, so the fans them are going to chew you out. The fans them not going to ramp with you if you miss them chance there. So, you know, I don't really think, say, Leon Bailey are coming and try perform badly for Jamaica, though. I think he genuinely wants to perform well for Jamaica. I think so. But I just don't think that what would I call it? No, the routine, his discipline. When it comes to play for Jamaica is the same as the discipline that he has when he goes to play for Aston Villa. I mean, he takes things way more seriously, it seems. And I hope that that's not the case, Liam Bailey, but that's why it seemed like. So, personally, I don't really see a problem. We just have to go win this game or lose this game. The way with who we have. All right, some more comments. I hope CFAS gets a chance and then make a mark on the international scene. Agreed. Live 11 radio. Big up yourself. Yeah, agreed. Totally. Next place said, my issue is Algrimson seems to not be the coach to bring out the best in our players. He's too defensive. Interesting comment. I think I agree with you on the defensive aspect of it. I agree that Hallgrimson sometimes is a little too defensive. He always played the 4-4-2. He started out with 2 CDM when he used to always play. In the Gold Cup, you notice he played Latibodere and Kevin Lambert a lot, which are 2 CDMs, no creative midfielders. But I think for him, he thinks that that 4-4-2 is the easiest system to play, and that that's the easiest system for the players to understand. And his mindset is, let's not lose the game. Let's play not to lose first of all, and then see if we can win it after. I think that's his mindset. I agree, though. I think that he's a little bit too defensive. In terms of bringing out the best out of our players, you might have a point there. I mean, it's the only thing I would say though is that Jamaica has scored more goals under Hallgrimson, or they score more consistently under Hallgrimson than in prior coaches in recent times. Certainly more than on the top of Whitmore. I mean, I think we score at least one goal. We score most games. The game we never score on is that game against Mexico, the semifinal of the Gold Cup. We didn't score in that game, but most games that we play with Hallgrimson, we score. Even though I would agree and say, yes, Hallgrimson, I think, can be a little bit too defensive. With this squad that he has, I don't think he's going to play 2 CDMs, because he doesn't have 2 CDM, unless he plays Damian Lowan and Joel Latibodere in midfield, which I don't think he's going to do. I think he's going to play like Latibodere and Casey Palmer in the midfield. That's what I think. But we'll see. See if I left a mark in the team a bit. Yeah, man. I honestly believe that, though, I honestly believe that once CFAS get a chance in this team, feels once him get 45 minutes, just give him one half, please. But just want him get one half of football. You see me? I just want an opportunity to assess what he is like playing for the national team. That's all I want. Give the man a chance. If so much JPL baller can get a chance, I'm not see why him can't get a chance. You can't punish the man for his success. He has been successful, and just because he's not a high-playing player in the JPL, like other JPL players get to play, you don't play him. But no, because him gone overseas now, him not playing in a high enough league for you to play him, don't punish him for his success. He's successful, reward him. So more for CFAS in there. You see? All right, so we just have to move it on a little bit, because we talk about Bailey, and I mean, it was Liam Bailey and Trevante Stewart who were the guys who were suspended from the team as well. I mean, I never really talk about Trevante Stewart because, I don't think people were looking at Trevante Stewart as a miss for this game. The only thing I would say about Trevante Stewart is that, I mean, I can't even understand why he would have done the thing that he did, because you're getting your first opportunity to play with the big boy, the A team, the big boys of the national squad, and you break the team curfew even though you know the rules. I mean, I don't think that was very smart on Trevante Stewart's part. But I mean, he's a young player. He has a lot to learn. He has a lot of time for correct those mistakes. There must have been something why a team in the Serie A recruited him. There must have been something about him. So I hope he can realize the potential that he has and move on from there. All right. So I wanted to talk about the main reason why I wanted to do this video is to talk about the possibility that Jamaica can actually win this game. I know a lot of people don't believe that they can win, but I believe that they can win this game. Now, I want to be clear though, I'm not here saying that they're going to beat the USA. It's going to be tough. But I am saying that there's a possibility that Jamaica could win this game. And I'm going to explain it to you. So the first thing I will say is the team that I would start for this game is Andre Blake in goal, Damian Lowe on the right side of the fence, Deshaun Bernard on the left side of the fence, Greg Lee in the left back position, Dexter Lembikisa in the right back position. I would go the safe route and do what the coach is going to probably do, which is play a 4-4-2. I will have Joel Latibeaudiere in defensive midfield and Casey Palmer on more of an attacking midfielder. And both of those players are on good form, by the way. Casey Palmer just scoring recently for Coventry City, and even Joel Latibeaudiere scoring a few games back for Coventry City. I would also have, I personally would start Ronaldo Cephas on the left side of the left wing, and I would start Bobby Reid on the right wing. And then I would have Mikel Antonio up front and Jamal Lowe up front as well. Controversial take, I know, but let me say it again. Andre Blake in goal, Damian Lowe right defense, Deshaun Bernard left defense, Greg Lee on the left back, Dexter Lembikisa on the right back, Joel Latibeaudiere and Casey Palmer in midfield, left wing Ronaldo Cephas, right wing Bobby Reid, and then up front I have Mikel Antonio and Jamal Lowe. And technically, what it is that I have replaced who I think the coach would have started. If you think about the back, the defensive unit, I don't think anything has changed with Blake in goal. It was always going to be Blake in goal. It was always going to be Joel Latibeaudiere and Casey Palmer, to my knowledge. In midfield, it was always going to be Damian Lowe and maybe Ethan Pinnock in defense, but there's no Ethan Pinnock, so it's Deshaun Bernard. I think he's going to go with Lembikisa on the right wing and Greg Lee on the left wing. I think those players speak for themselves. I don't foresee anything different there. Then the wings are where it might be a little bit controversial, because I don't think a lot of people would put Ronaldo Cephas on the left wing. They probably would put maybe Jamal Lowe on the left wing, but then they probably would flood the midfield with Karai Anderson and Latibeaudiere and Casey Palmer, and then put Bobby Reid on the right wing, and then put Mikel Antonio up front. That's what I think most people would do. But I don't think, considering how this coach has gone on, I think he's going to go with the 4-4-2. And that's what I would do if I was going with it. Jamal Lowe is on a little bit of form. He actually just scored for Swansea City against Cardiff recently in a championship game. He pretty much essentially won the game for Swansea, a 2-0 victory over Cardiff. He scored the second goal. So he's on some form. I think he can play the role of Shamar Nicholson, because I think the coach would have started Mikel Antonio and Shamar Nicholson up front, and Shamar Nicholson kind of play like a wing forward. I think, Mikel Antonio would kind of play the bully role, where him play in bully ball, him kind of work for the scraps and run through the defenders them. Is it me? And Shamar Nicholson would he's able to get the ball on the wing and dribble inside. I think that's what Jamal. I think that Jamal Lowe can do that too. So, I don't know. I want to think about that. I want to think about that side there. Like, that's what I would do. But before I see some people putting up some teams, if you can put your starting team in there, we can talk about it. But here's how I think Jamaica can win this game, right? US is expected to dominate the ball, the possession of the ball. They're going to be thinking, you have you have Pulisic, you have Tim Weah that can go down the wing and swing the ball inside, that can dribble at you. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they're going to start Gio Reyna, who in midfield. I mean, personally, I'm not really. I think Gio Reyna is a little bit overhyped, in my opinion, but that's just me. So they're expected to control possession of the ball, and they're going to come with quick passes. They're going to try to come down our wing and try to come inside the middle. They're going to try us from every different angle. I think personally, Jamaica, we should play a mid block. First, our first approach should be to play somewhat of a mid block and try to repress them from coming at us. Just kind of keep them off a little bit, because that's going to be their game plan. They're going to try and do quick passes around and attack immediately. The US, they're going to try and get an early goal, because what they want to do is, if they score on us early, we are going to be behind the ball, and now we have to chase the game. That's going to force us to open up, and they know they can get to exploit us. They can get the ball behind us and exploit us. I think that's going to be their game plan. They're going to try and score on us early. So I think we should play a somewhat of a mid block, not middle block, but like more like a 3/4 block, or a quarter block. I don't know how to explain what I'm thinking, but not 100% mid block, a little bit below the mid block, and just try and hold them off a little bit, right? Just kind of absorb a little bit pressure, push them off a little bit, but then we can hit them on the counter. We can hit them on the counter in two ways. We can either go over the top, get the ball out to people like Mikel Antonio, who can control the ball and hold up possession of the ball until we break out of the back, swinging out to the wings, use our speed on the wings, get back the ball inside, and then score like that. Or we can counter-attack, break with the speed on the wings. And this is why I think we can use the speed of Ronaldo Cephas. This is why I think Cephas can be of good help, because it's very quick. We can use him as a counter-attacking option, where when he gets the ball, he zips down the wing, he allows us time to break, and then we if we can get back the ball inside, where we can come down the middle, spread back the ball out to the wings, come inside, swing it in, and then give Mikel Antonio a chance to head it in or something. So I think that we're going to, in order for us to win this game, though, we're going to have to play stellar defense. We're going to have to play some really, really, really good defense. But I still believe that with proper planning and analysis of the US, I think we can beat them. All right. So I think that Jamaica can beat them. We can squeeze a 1 goal past them, 1-0, 1-over, give them a Bob Marley. Is it me? I believe Jamaica can beat them by 1-0. I believe that. No, I'm not saying it's going to just happen so easily, but I do believe Jamaica can get by the United States by 1-0. So that's my, if I was to predict a win, I won't call it a prediction, but I will call it a possibility that Jamaica could walk away with a 1-0 victory if they plan this game correctly. And I know that the coach is very good at planning. With the pieces that he has, he's going to plan a way to defeat this team. And I think that it's a possibility, because I don't think the game plan has to change with the people that are not able to make it. The only thing that he has to depend on is still the defense. We have to play good defense, you know. All right, so let me read some of the comments. Dex Play says, even with two CDMs, he's still set up defensively. Are we seeing how Iceland played? It's ugly, and we have too many players with ability to play albums as well. Well, you know, I believe Casey Palmer is a good attacking midfielder. I mean, unless his instructions to Casey Palmer is to play defensive midfield. Like, I like the form that Casey Palmer is in. So I don't, unless his instructions is going to be, unless his instruction is going to be to play more of a defensive role. That's the only way I see him setting up defense. But we're gonna still have to play good defense, though. We're gonna have to play good defense without a doubt. A prediction: Pagan 180. Big up yourself. A prediction for me. I don't know if I'm making a prediction of a 1-0 for Jamaica. I'm just saying I believe that Jamaica could win this game by a goal to nil. I'm not going to say like a 3-0. I still believe that the United States are the overwhelming favorites, though. So Managa act like say, Jamaica, are the favorites win this game. I'm not saying that, but I do believe that we stand a chance of possibly winning the game. And if we do win the game, it would be a 1-0. Dex, your prediction is 3-1. Is that 3-1 to Jamaica or 3-1 to the US? which who are gonna win? Which team? I'm not gonna say the US, I mean, to be honest with you, as much as I see myself as somewhat of an analyzer of football. I'm not gonna ever say the US are going. That Jamaica may bring. I mean, I just don't me say sorry, but I'm not gonna ever say that. So may I put it this way: may I bring Jamaica for win 1-0. That may I say. May I bring Jamaica for win 1-0. Having said that, I know that the US is the overwhelming favorites to win the game. But may I bring Jamaica for win 1-0. All right, next place says Blake in goal, Greg Lee, Bernard Low, Lembikisa, yeah, Hector Karai and Palmer. Oh, so you take out what name? Joel Latibo there all together. And they have Jamalo, Antonio, and Cephas. Oh, so you are playing a 4-3-3. So you have Hector Karai and Palmer, and they have Jamalo and Cephas. That's actually not a bad idea, I actually like the team there too. The only issue I'm missing with it is that I don't think this coach is going to play a 4-3-3. Him look like he does always the 4-4-2. But this team, you have a very defensive midfield with Hector and I guess Karai is not. Karai is kind of both. But Hector would be the CDM, Karai and Palmer. I like this team, to be honest with you. I like your team, Dex plays. I wouldn't feel no way over that team there at all. I like that team. Pagan 187, I think said the coach have to play defensively because in Afi, that our only chance to take. I mean, yes, we have to play good defense. There's no doubt about it. We have to play good defense in order to stand a chance. The game plan has to be supply Jamalo and Mikel Antonio with decent passes to trouble the US defense and Bobby to pick up any scraps from behind. Yeah, that is why I said we might need to go over the top or down the wings. Use the speed of Cephas for go down the wings or go over the top. And bypass the midfield because, they might win the midfield battle. Even though I do believe in Casey Palmer, and if the coach does start Karai Anderson and Casey Palmer in midfield, we might see a better midfield, I think. But I think he's going to go with Latibo there just to be on the safe side. Latibo there or Hector. He's going to have a CDM. He's going to have a CDM there. So Damien for McGregor, big up yourself. It's a Jamaica 1, USA 3. I think that's most people prediction. A lot of people believe that's going to be a 3-1 USA victory. USA are the overwhelming favorite, but may I bring Jamaica for win 1-0. Reina can never start because he's not playing any football. Yeah, I mean, if it would be, you know, Reina is anyway. US have US issues, but like Reina, I think he's a little overhyped. To be honest, I don't think he's as good as he might think he is, or as people think he is. Pagan wanted to say low block. The only all right, I would say low block, but the only problem we have with low block is that when we play that way with somebody, whether when we play that way against teams like Mexico and the USA, they're always squeezing a goal against us. So I don't want to block too close to the goal, because we always try to do that and then cross the ball and they, no matter how tall our defenders is, somebody always manage to jump above our defenders and score. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm afraid of the low block. That's why I'm gonna say a mid block or a 3/4 block type of thing. But Dex Play says a low block will put us at a disadvantage. Yeah, I agree with Dex Plays. Things Coach Cream. Okay, what's up, Pagan? I believe we stand a decent chance. I believe in the coach. I feel the game could go into extra time after 1-1 draw. I'm hoping to get a late winner in extra time. Yeah. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's gonna be a tough game. You know what I mean? So we have to definitely put our thinking caps on. We have to think this game through very deeply. You know what I mean? A lot of it is going to come down to a mental game more than a physical game. But it's going to be a tough game. I'm going to be honest to US, but I really hope Jamaica pull this off. Yeah, I mean, I do agree that US is the overwhelming favorites. Yeah. Fagan one is man say Bob Marley one love. Yeah, man. It's a one love me I go for, man. A one love. We could have beat them one love when they played them in the Gold Cup, even though that was their second string team, I will admit, or their third string team. But I mean, that's where thinking the game comes in. You really have to put your thinking cap on and really delve into this game mentally. It's just as much a mental battle as it's going to be a physical battle. We're missing 5 key players. I agree with Bob Marley. Yeah. I mean, if we win this game, it can't be anything more than by 1 goal. No, if them score more than 1 goal, I'll take it. But I'm going to see it being more than that. You know what I mean? Bernard and Hector around the back with and right back and Greg on the left. Joel. Oh, you mean Joel Latibadir at right back? Know yourself. Big up yourself. When you say Bernard and Hector around the back with Joel, you mean Joel Latibadir at right back and Greg on the left? I don't know if the coach will do that because I don't think him ever play. I know say Joel Latibadir is capable of playing right back, but I don't know if this coach will actually do that. And then Javon Wilson say we have too much talent in Jamaica, just like Whisper in school, boy, but didn't get picked based on speed. Want to force his players in the team. Or come King in the squad, but not Alex Marshall. Well, I mean, it's the coach pick him pick with us kind of go with it. I do believe though that we have a depth problem. We don't have enough players, and I mean, this should be a wake up call to the coach, the coaching staff. That I mean, any little breeze blow away Leon Bailey, Ethan Pinnock, and so on and so forth. We have people that can replace them, yes, but it just doesn't feel like we're 100% comfortable or confident in the people that we have replacing them. I personally, I'm not gonna ever root against Jamaica. You know what I mean? So even though my head tell me say Jamaica that the US have the better players and the better, more than likely are the favorites to win this game, my heart has said a Jamaica may bring. And me see a way or we can win this game. I see a way or we can win it. But it's going to take a lot of deep concentration and good defense. We have to play good defense without a doubt. Because with this team, we might get 3 chances to score against the US. We might get about 3 chances to score against the US. If any of those chances we get, we must put them away. We have to put them away. You know what I mean? We have to put any chance we get. We have to put them away. So we just want to talk about a few more things, and then I'm going to be done. And one of the last things are the keys to victory. What are the keys to victory for Jamaica? In other words, what will Jamaica need to do in order to win this game? One is don't concede an early goal. So we have to not concede an early goal, because if we concede first, we're going to have to chase the game, and it's going to put us at a disadvantage, right? And I think if you watch the Canada game, I think Canada did score first, or was it us who scored first? I think it was Canada scored first, and we equalized relatively quickly. But that approach might not work as easily for us against the US, because the US come with freedom fans. Their fans are like out there. You know what I mean? So don't concede an early goal. I personally would want us to try to use build-up play to feel out the game. So in other words, I wouldn't come out and go over the top and try counter-attack them immediately. I'll try to use build-up play. Try and feel out the game a little bit. You know what I mean? Try and pass around the ball a little bit and see if we can maintain a little bit of possession against the US and build up into their half before. If that is not working, I would start to play a mid-block, and I say I can't a 3/4 block. It's not exactly a mid-block, but a little bit below a mid-block. I would play that, and then I would try to squeeze the ball out to my wingers, like Jamal Lowe and Ronaldo Cephas, and use their speed, because Cephas is quick. I'm really hoping that Cephas can get a chance this game and make a mark. And both Cephas and Jamal Lowe. Jamal Lowe is on form. Latibodir is on form. Casey Palmer is on form. Mikel Antonio is on form. Believe it or not, even though we are missing some key players, some of the players that are in the squad are on form right now. They're on form right now. So squeeze out the ball to the wings. I think I said Jamal Lowe, but I meant Bobby Reid and Cephas. And then use the speed of Jamal Lowe too, because he is a wing forward. He can play the wing too. So use his speed by going over the top to him, going over the top to Mikel Antonio, squeezing out the ball to the wingers on the counter attack. I would say if all of that fails, just go over the top. Bypass the midfield, kick the ball over the top, get it to Antonio and Lowe. Antonio and Lowe as quickly as possible, and give them a chance at a shot at goal. And that's what I think our strategy has to be. We have to, I would feel out the game a little bit, try and play build-up play, knock the ball around, try and build into their half. If that's not working, come back to a somewhat of a mid-block, right below a mid-block, try and catch them on the counter-attack. We will spray the balls out to the wingers, and we go over the top to the forwards and have them get a shot at goal. I think Jamaica we should get at least 3 chances at goal. We have to put those away. The US probably will get a little bit more chances at goal than us, because they're able to come down the wing and through the middle. And that is why I think that in a case like this, I think a CDM makes sense. I wouldn't go too attacking midfielders. So I personally wouldn't go Casey Palmer and Karai Anderson, because even though I think Karai can play both the attacking and the defensive role, I think he's still more of an attacking midfielder. So I would go, Casey Palmer and Joel Latibodir first. If Latibodir is not working out, I would pull him, maybe put Damien Lowe there in the second half, and put Michael Hector to replace Damien Lowe. But that's kind of what my approach would be. That's how I think we could win it. I mean, that has to be our approach. And yeah. What do you guys think? You think Jamaica can win this game? I know a lot of people afraid for say anything, but everybody is saying the US going to win 3-1. Everybody says that. You know what I mean? But man, I don't think it's going to be that simple because there's a thing called pride and heart when you play. You know what I mean? And just like how Saudi Arabia defeated Argentina in the World Cup, Jamaica can beat USA too. So I don't believe it's not going to be that simple for the US. But Javon Wilson, big up yourself and say we need to develop soccer like France and Jamaica example. Get all the best schoolboys in one squad in JPL and get Lenny I to coach that team in the JPL like PSG Elite. I don't even know why Lenny Hyde is not in the youth setup for Jamaica as yet. He's consistently proven that he's one of the best coaches in Jamaica, one of the best youth coaches in Jamaica. So I don't know why he's not in the national setup. You know, it's kind of strange to me. Peanut Bell Gray Boza to Salt. We're not gonna say what's Salt. With Salt, yes, in terms of we don't have we full complement of players, but I mean we can get the job done. We can get the job done. You know, I think you know I would like to believe that we still can put in a competitive performance even if 5 of our starters are out. And it has to speak a little bit to us because, you know, the US, they lost Serginho Dest. Serginho Dest is not able to play. But you don't see them running around and acting like, oh my God, we're doomed now. You know what I mean? Because Serginho Dest is not playing. And they have a few other players that they don't have, granted, they don't have as many injuries or as many of their starting players missing. But, you know, still they do have a few players missing. And they're at a point where they have so much depth in their squad that they don't have to freak out when a starter is not playing. You know, they have a player like Gio Reyna, who a lot of people rate. They're probably not even going to play him. But, you know what I mean, they're not freaking out over it. We need to get to that point. And it is a cautionary tale to us in terms of our local football development. You know, we have to spend some time on that. And, you know, maybe there needs to be a discussion about how do we develop local football, because some people believe that must happen in the under-20 squad. Some people don't believe that. Some people believe that must happen at academies and clubs in the country. So the Premier League clubs need to have their under-20 teams, and that's where the under-20 players get developed. We need to develop an under-20 league so that we can have development there. But we don't use the national team for development. But some do believe that the national team should be used for development of local players. But if you see what the US is doing right now, what they are doing is, as soon as they have any prodigies, any youngsters that show any promise, they try and ship them out to Europe. So you notice that their A team pretty much don't have any MLS players. And look how developed their MLS is. Maybe they have 1 or 2 MLS players. I don't know. But the core of their squad don't involve any MLS players. They're using players from Europe, because as soon as they get any players, young players that show any promise in their academies or in their MLS teams, they ship them off to Europe. And so right now you have a lot of American players playing all over Europe. You have American players playing in Europe right now that is not able to make the US team. And so for years to come, on this trajectory that the US is on, they're going to be a very, very difficult team to beat in Concacaf. Because you pick a US team that is purely MLS based, they're still able to get to the CONCACAF Gold Cup semifinals with a purely MLS team. So you know that you can see what they're thinking. They're thinking that we're going to push our best players out to Europe while we develop our local league to the point where our local league if we pick a national team out of our local league, we still can compete. That's the method that they are using for their development. pushing out their players to Europe so that their A team only has European-based players, but while strengthening their local league and making it to the point where if you pick 100% local-based team, they're still competitive. Maybe that's the approach that Jamaica needs to use as well. We push out our best and youngest out to Europe or out of the country as quickly as possible. So you look at the development of Whisper Richards. He's a good example of probably the path that most youngsters need to take, because he played schoolboy football and started up, and then all of a sudden him gone at Chelsea. I'm not gonna say every player gonna get to go at Chelsea, because I mean the truth of the matter, a lot of people have the discussion whether Whisper is a wonder kid or a prodigy or not. I mean, the average player really doesn't get to come out of high school football and walk into play for Chelsea. So Whisper is a prodigy. There's no doubt about it. Whisper is a prodigy, whether people want to accept that or not. It's not normal anywhere in the world for a kid to walk out of high school football and go and play for Chelsea Football Club. That's not normal by any metric at all anywhere in the world. So he is a prodigy. But I think the path that players should take should resemble somewhat of a Whisper, from the perspective that the young players, as soon as they show any promise, we should try and get them into academies overseas, preferably in Europe, or teams overseas, preferably in Europe, that can develop them, because we know that the football development in Europe is better than what we have in this region. You know what I mean? So that's what I think. I think that's what the US is doing. I think that's the model that Canada is following. I think if you even look in Mexico, they're not doing that so much because they're depending on their own football, system. They have been the kings of Concacaf for so long that maybe they're a little bit stubborn to change, but they have to change. That's in Mexico I'm talking about. Their Liga MX is a very strong league. They have good academies in Mexico, but the US have caught up to them. I still think they're ahead of the US, though, to be honest with you. But the US are very close to them. So no, they probably need themselves to push out their young players to Europe. All right, let me read some of the comments again. I just find your channel and I have to subscribe. Thanks, man. Javon Wilson, big up, and thanks for being here. What if Jamaica go 3 and US go 1? Kima Blake, I like that. I them talk them like here. It's not delusional. Some people will say delusional. But Kima Blake said, what if Jamaica go 3 and US go 1? What them would have said? Tell them don't change the mode. Well, I mean, as I say, I know the US is the overwhelming favorite. I am saying, I bring Jamaica for win 1 love though. You see me? Just believe no man, them new youth here, like low and see first them one left impact them. Put down. Okay, yeah. I mean, me believe. Rich Pool Sports, big up yourself, man. Yeah, watch your channel sometime to Rich Pool. So big up. Yellow. Who has more leaders in their teams, JA or USA? How vital will they be? Leaders? I can't say I know a lot about the makeup of the US team. I mean, I know the US, I'm guessing Christian Pulisic is a leader of the US team. I'm guessing Matt Turner is a leader of the US team too. I don't know if I would put Tim Weah as one of the leaders. He's definitely one of the players that they look up to. So, I mean, I would put Pulisic, Weah, and Matt Turner, even though Matt Turner is not really playing lights out right now, but he's decent. Let me see who else. People are saying Gio Reyna is not on form right now, so I don't know. If I would class him as a leader either. I don't know if they're even going to play him, are going to start him this Thursday. So I would call Art, but Pulisic, Matt Turner, and Tim Weah, I would say. I wouldn't put Balogun. Balogun is kind of new to the US, so I wouldn't put him as a leader. For Jamaica, in terms of leaders, I would say definitely Andre Blake, definitely Damian Lowe. By now, Bobby Reid is definitely a leader of the team. And who else? Who else would you call a leader in the team for the Reggae Boys? I don't think I can say anybody else because most of the other players are relatively young or they don't really get called up a lot. I mean, I can't say Gregory or Lembikisa. Lembikisa is fairly young. Joel Latibeaudiere, it depends on how you feel about him, but Latibeaudiere is a you know, I don't know. Whosoever the leaders in the team, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know to what extent that will help us win or lose. Rich Bull Sports. Let me know what is your answer to that question? How vital will the leaders of the teams be? Is exactly the approach we need. Yes, Tex players, we can have a squad for every situation, and once it's big competition like Nations League and World Cup qualifiers, we will be strong enough. Yeah. We need to develop our younger players. I feel like Lenny Hyde could coach Jamaica. No, I heard that he got his A license to coach, so maybe it a set up to fire this recent coach. Boy, honestly, would I love say Lenny Hyde coaching a youth team in Jamaica. I would love to see him coach. The guy is a good coach. You look at the football that Clarendon College plays, that's good football. No business one, nobody wants it. That's good football. You see me? So I would love to see Lenny Hyde coaching a youth team in this country. It could be under 17, it could be under 20. And give him the time for work with them. Make him develop whatever he developed at Clarendon College, make him develop that with them. If it's even a local based under 20 team, make him a coach for a youth team in Jamaica and make him train with them constantly. Because you can imagine Jamaica playing the Clarendon College brand of football. They can play that passing football and then bring in stars like a Whisper Richards and other prodigies for coming and play. Like, I definitely want for Lenny Hyde. Who would you prefer to face if we make it to the final on Sunday? Okay, well, who would I prefer to play? Yeah, I can understand. See, the thing is, that's a tough question. It's a double-edged sword because you see, Panama is our bogey team. You know what I mean? For some reason, when we play Panama, it's like our brain shut off. You remember the game that we're playing in a Jamaica with all of the English-based players them. And Mano said the English-based players them wasn't together and played them, so they never did gel. So it maybe was the reason why they never did play that well. But it just no matter who we put out there, anytime we play Panama, it's like my brain just shut off. It's like me not understand why. So I don't know what Panama from that perspective. With Mexico, I can understand what you mean by with the crowd too. The crowd, yeah, in a Texas, worst of all, it can pretty much be a home game for them. Like when you play Mexico in a Texas or California, it's pretty much a home game at that point for Mexico. So I don't know. Panama, any one of them come. Any one of them come. You know what I mean? It don't really matter at this point because honestly, would I rather win. Would I rather win the USA game and don't even really worry about don't even worry about the third place because you know me want to put myself in a different camp than everybody else. A lot of people believe that Jamaica go lose, may bring Jamaica for win the game. That's me there. You see me? All right. While the style of play is nice, I think the speed of play is where we would struggle, in my opinion. Dex plays. What are you talking about? The senior team or the under 20 team? You're talking about Lenny Hyde. What are you referring to? Which team are you referring to? Kimo Blake said all Panama. You'd prefer to play Panama than Mexico. Well, I mean, technically on paper, Panama is the lower ranked team or the least difficult team. So yes, maybe that would be a better team. But I don't know. Anytime we play Panama, it's like we're brain shut off. I don't know why. Thanks for your support. Definitely. Rich Pool Sports. Antonio could be added to all You named as J Elite. Oh yes, don't forget Michael Antonio. Yeah, for sure. Yes, Michael Antonio. We may have the edge there. The best organized and clinical team likely will win. Come on, Jamaica. Yeah. Yes, definitely Michael Antonio. How could I forget Captain Jamaica with him spectacular goal against the US? I hope him can pull out him. I hope him can score a goal like that against the US. Remember the goal where him scored against the US at the National Stadium? A spectacular goal. I hope he can do something like that for us again. How could I forget? And this is why, again, even though I haven't elaborated on Michael Antonio a lot, the fact that he's fit and in form, you see the goal that he scored for West Ham against Aston Villa on Sunday, he's in form. You know what I mean? And, a long time, we don't see an informed Michael Antonio play for Jamaica. Funny enough, we haven't seen an informed Michael Antonio play for Jamaica since that game that he scored that spectacular goal. So man, if we have any edge or have any chance of winning this game, without a doubt, Michael Antonio is probably going to have something to say about it. And a lot of people don't realize that Michael Antonio do more than just scoring goals. Him hold up the ball for us. He scores goals for us. He create chances for us. He plays as a winger. Remember, say Michael Antonio used to be a winger too. So he does it all. Him run through defenders for us. You know what I mean? Like, you see that goal there, when was it? In the Gold Cup, I think it was the goal where, I think it was Damari Gray scored against, it might have been St. Kitts, where either St. Kitts or Trinidad. We wanted to defender them get the ball and then pretty much just slide and scoop with the ball from off of the defender and then pass it to Damari Gray and finish it off. We're going to need that. You know what I mean? And Michael Antonio, without a doubt, is that player. All right, next place says Panama is a high-tempo, high-pressing team that's well coached and drilled. Yeah, and drilled. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I don't know that Panama would necessarily be an easier team than Mexico. And so even that game, Panama versus Mexico, that's going to be an interesting game too. I'm going to be interested to see how that game pans out. That's going to be an interesting game too. And then in regards to Lenny Hyde coaching the team, he will allow us to play well, but the speed of... Okay, I see what you're playing now. The speed of play will be the deciding factor. Good point. I have always said that that's one of our weaknesses in Jamaican football. We in other words, we said that we're fast people. I know people use the cliche, the big, fast, and strong. But I know we have always said that we have an advantage because we're quick. We are fast runners. A lot, believe it or not, a lot of Jamaica's footballers started out as track athletes. A lot of people don't even know, say, Baby Gardner, Ricardo Gardner, was champion boy at his primary school before he became the football player that he is. He used to the track. Liam Bailey himself did say he wanted to be a sprinter. So yes, we do have speed, but foot speed is a different thing from speed of, what you say, speed of play, and even speed of thought too. You know what I mean? It's a different thing. So we have to find a way how to make the speed of thought and speed of play match our foot speed. Because like when we're so fast, what does that mean? It means that we can sprint down the ball faster than somebody else, or does it mean that we can pass the ball faster than somebody else? You know what I mean? So that's a good point. I think that's one of our weaknesses in Jamaica football, and I think that probably have to do with some of the surfaces that we have. We need to do a better job with making those surfaces. But yeah, we need to improve that. Alvin Augustus, big up yourself. You say USA always have the referee in their pocket. Well, it's something we have to deal with. I've always said that. I've always said that the US, all the Concacaf competitions are played in the US for some reason. Whether it is Gold Cup, the Nations League, Copa America is going to be played here now in the World Cup, and a lot of these competitions are played in the US, so US automatically have home crowd advantage. So yes, when the US fans come down on the referee and get afraid for some reason, when the US fans, them really powerful sometimes, like them come down on the referee and change him in mind sometime. So we just have to just deal with that. There's nothing really we can do. We just have to just be better than them. That's just all it has to be. Rich Pool Sports, your possible 11 is Blake, Lee, Low, Bernard, Lembikisa, and Latibo Deer. All right, so Lee, left back, Low, Bernard, yeah, Lembikisa, yeah. I think most people agree with that. Latibo Deer, Anderson, Reed, and Palmer. Okay, so you have Rich Pool, is this a 4-4-2 where you have I'm guessing you have Lee and Lembikisa playing the wingback positions, Low and Bernard playing the defensive, central defensive positions. Then you have, I'm guessing, Reed, Lembikisa, Latibo Anderson. So you have Latibo Anderson, Reed, and Palmer. And then Jamal. Well, I like it. I'm just wondering who do you have on your wings? I guess you will have Latibo and Palmer in the middle, and you have Reed on one wing and Anderson on the other wing. Is that what you're doing, Rich Pool? I don't know too much about Anderson as a winger. Maybe try and explain that a little bit. But I like it, except for I would agree with the Antonio and Jamal up front. I agree. The Anderson interim, let me see. I enjoy the press conference. Yeah, I just don't know where's your position. I'm guessing Bobby Reed is a winger in your team. Where are you positioning Karoy Anderson? Because I'm assuming Latibo and Palmer are midfielders. Where are you putting Anderson? Are you playing Anderson as a winger in this position? Let me know. I just don't know about Anderson as a winger. I would rather put Cephas as the winger. But you said Cephas could be the X factor, but hasn't played with the regular boys enough. Good point. For me, even if Cephas doesn't start, I just want him to get at least 30 minutes on the field. You know what I mean? Like, even 45 minutes. But nobody give him 5 minutes, Bridget. Like, nobody put him on when the game done and a stoppage time you're doing. Like, don't do that. You see me? Because I don't want to belabor this point, but you cannot punish Cephas for his success. You have to tell me, where does Cephas land? Is he too big to be in the local base reggae boys? And is he too small to be in the ace squad? And then when you call the team that was primarily based in the US, the USL players, and too big for that team, where does he fit? So you have to give him an opportunity. All of those players that Hallgrimson took to where was it, Trinidad, where he insisted that all of them will get at least 45 minutes. At what point will Cephas get his 45 minutes? Is that my talk about? We need Cephas to get him 45 minutes, just like everybody else, so that we can get assess him too. Give him 45 minutes. Everybody else get for them 45 minutes. Why him can't get for him 45 minutes? Anyway, I don't even want to talk about that because it kind of ticked me off a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't like how them treat the ball today. But anyway, fun fact, Cephas was also a sprinter in high school. I'm not surprised. BM, big up yourself. I'm not surprised. A lot of our football players started out as sprinters. We have that. But how quick can we use the ball and how effective? Not just running without the ball. And we also have a fact. Yeah, I agree. I have to factor in speed of that. Yeah, I agree with you, Dex Place. Is an aspect of our football that we have not addressed. We just believe so because we have good foot speed. It means the foot speed translates into speed in every other aspect as well. And that's not the case. Good foot speed is one thing. Speed of thought is a different thing. Speed of passing the ball is a different thing. We probably, if you put most of Jamaica's squad in a foot race against most of the United States squad, probably our side would have win. probably Jamaica. If it was a foot race, it was a game of speed, running fast, foot speed, we would have won easily. But that isn't. But if you ask, who passed the ball faster, the United States or Jamaica? The US passed the ball faster. So it's three different things. Foot speed is one thing, speed of thought is another thing, and speed of passing the ball is a different thing too. So we have to address that. Alvin Augustus say we still have a good team to match the USA. Put D'Lo in the midfield, Bobby Reid center forward. There's a lot of things we can do. I mean, the side that I named was pretty much what I think the coach will do. You know what I mean? I never ever try to come up with my own squad because, like, me and the coach, I'm not saying not gonna do what me I think because for me, I think Jamaica is a 4-3-3 team. I think that probably would be our best formation with the regular four we have at the back. The three midfielders and three up top with one striker in the middle and the two on the wings kind of playing a wing forward thing, type thing. That's what I think. And you flood the midfield with two attacking midfielder and a defensive midfielder. That's what I think is our best formation. I don't think the coach thinks that though. I think he thinks 4-4-2 is what he thinks works best for us. And if that's what I'm thinking, that might work with and see what, at the best type of 4-4-2 we can set up, in my opinion, at least. Kimo Blake, big up yourself. All right. Rich Pool Sports say, you are right. The wing situation. I'm mindful of the need for some midfield steal and some ability to possess the ball. Cephas on the left would be good. Yeah, I think so. Because Cephas, is for me with Cephas is not just because I want to give him a run. I feel that Cephas's speed is a weapon that we can use. That's what I'm thinking. Cephas, the type of speed that Cephas have, we can use that as a weapon against other team. Because I've seen him do it when he plays club football. He's kind of have somewhat of a dip in form, not like completely like he's off. I'm not gonna hold that against him, but he's having like a dip in form. But like when he's like up there, and maybe a national call up and even 45 minutes playing for Jamaica is the boost of confidence that he needs to go back to him club and start shell it down again. That's why I think it's important that Cephas should not leave this window without at least getting 45 minutes on the field. You know what I mean? I know someone mentioned that several times, but Cephas should not leave this window without getting at least 45 minutes on the field. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah. It was the wing situation. Maybe I asked about Rich Pool. Brooks say, who will replace the English on the 19 kid? I don't know. I don't hear the JFF come on. I think I heard one of the JFF representatives say it's only injury alone that they could use to replace Kadamatiri. I think that's the only thing it has to be some type of injury. There are specific reasons that they give that I don't think, funny enough, Concacaf might not even have anything in their rule book about this, because nobody could have foreseen you calling a player for representing national team and that player get coffee, get coffee and not a national team at the same time and choose to go to the other national team. You have to understand what happened with Jamaica with Bailey Kadamateri is an extremely unique situation. That's very unusual. It's very odd. It's a very odd situation. That is not something that happen every day. You know what I mean? So I don't even know if Concacaf have anything in them rule book to address a situation like that, because that is just, when them say real life is stranger than fiction, this is an example of it. Because nobody could have even say something like this would have happened. Say a baller would have get called for a national team and then get called for a next national team at the same time, and then him choose the second national team where they call him instead of the first one. Like nobody would have expected that. This is an example of real life being stranger than fiction, you know? So I don't know how them going to deal with that, Brooks. But who was a goalkeeper? Kimo Blake. He was a goalkeeper. Who's that? BM said Hallgrim should deceive us big time. The man picked the player and give him 5 minutes against Andrews. Meanwhile, Whisper, who wasn't playing schoolboy football at the time. Yeah, you know, the CFA situation take me off to BM. Like, I mean, like, I really don't like how them treat the baller there at all. I don't like how them treat him. I'm not gonna tell them no lie. Like, they need until me see him get 45 minutes on the field, I'm not gonna stop talking about it. I don't like how them treat CFAs. You know what I mean? Like, in need for play. Give him a chance. I don't want to start talking about it today. I'm gonna get angry. So, but I agree with you, BM. I agree with you. Yeah, I like him treat CFAs. You know, Rich Pool Sports said, could Antonio operate on the left, able to come in and join the attack? JLo up top. Coach Harmon's coaching skills will be in the spotlight. I'm looking forward to this contest. Yeah, I agreed. In terms of putting Antonio on the wing, though, I think Antonio, because, I mean, he can do it all. I mean, he can play on the wing, he can play in the middle. I think he's a better hold-up forward for us, though, like, because he can get the ball and hold it up for us until the rest of the field come up the pitch. So I would rather he played that role instead of playing a wing role. I think people like Bobby Reid and Jamal Lowe, they are smaller in body size and more nimble. So I would rather than play that role than Antonio. I think Antonio would definitely need a point man up there. Like when we go over the top, we'll try to get the ball to Antonio. He's that guy. I don't think anybody else fits that role. Like Michael Antonio is the guy for go over the top too. He's the guy we're searching for. We'll go over the top. That's what I think at least. I hope I'm not styling. I hope him not styling this time. Yeah, with the CFAS, right? If our wingers and forwards invert and rotate, that can provide some advantage. And also headache for the use. It will be interesting what Hallgrimson does. Just like what Rich Poole say, it will be interesting. His coaching will be in the spotlight because this is going to be a mental game of sorts. This is going to be somewhat of a mental game. You know, it's physical game, but it's going to be mental because of the pieces that he has. He has people replacing the pieces that he wants to have out there that might not have the flair that the people they're replacing have. Like the person that you're going to replace Leon Bailey with probably will not have the flair of Leon Bailey. The person that is replacing Demare Gray, same. The person that's replacing Shamar Nicholson, same. They might not have the flair and the character of those players. So you're going to have to depend on them just going out there and doing the job. And because you're asking them to do the job, this is going to be this is going to be a mental game. Hallgrimson is going to have to come up with a way how to do that. You know? Yeah, I hope so. For wingers, yeah. And then the USA know much about him. Bless up Jamaica and I've subscribed. Yeah, bless up Rich Pool. Appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. See if us went from JPL to Turkey in one more year. That's a big jump. He will move if he keeps. Yeah, man. And again, he has had a dip in form in Turkey. He needs this window to play so that might be the boost of confidence for him to go back to his club and start chilling back down again. And deserve it. The guy has been performing well for a long time. People want to like up the program. Yes, please hit the like button. I really appreciate everyone being here. I really, really appreciate it. Please hit the like button. Cephas was a goalkeeper? Really? Wow. Everybody didn't know that. That's interesting. That's interesting. I think Corey Burke gets a nod up top over Cephas. But Cephas will play and get his chance. Okay. Corey Burke. The funny thing is that I see Corey Burke as a Mikel Antonio type player. I see Corey Burke as somebody coming in when Mikel Antonio get tired, like 75 minutes into the game, 65, 75 minutes into the game, when if Mikel Antonio tired, I need somebody to come finish out for play that same role, but for finish out the game, that's how I see Corey Burke. Corey Burke, I think, personally for me, would I prefer to see somebody quicker and more nimble on the wing. So that's why I think people like Cephas, Bobby Reed, and Jamal Lowe. Even though I'm thinking of Jamal Lowe as a forward, I have no problem with Jamal Lowe being a winger either. I think those are the type of players that I like seeing playing wing. Corey Burke, even though maybe he can be a wing player, I don't know. I think he's kind of more of like a Mikel Antonio type player, or a good replacement for Mikel Antonio. I don't know. And then Kimo Blake says Cephas not get no fair chance to prove himself. Yeah, it seems like most people believe the same thing that I believe, because I don't know him get treated the way him get treated. I agree that it's a mental game. He needs to prepare the team mentally. Like, yep. It's going to be a battle, and an exciting one at that. And I'm really sorry that there is not going to be. We don't have all our starting players, but this is what it is, and it's going to be an interesting game. I'm definitely looking forward to it. As Rich Pool Sports did say, Hallgrimson's coaching acumen will be on display. What will he do? What will Hallgrimson do, considering that he doesn't have all his pieces? How does he prepare this team to go out and face the mighty USA? Can he pull off a win? Is he able to pull off a win? Is he able to frustrate Uncle Sam and put them on the back foot? Or if maybe not even put them on the back foot, squeeze a goal past them and defend so well that it frustrates them, and they walk away with a 1-0 defeat. Can Hallgrimson do it? I for one definitely want to see him do that. I for one definitely think that this team can do it. I'm backing this team to do it. I personally, as I say, it's a Bob Marley I look for. One love Jamaica, me say. Just one in a USA skin. You see me, and march on to the Nations League final. We'll get to the Nations League final. A man like Demari Gray and Shamar Nichols to come back. We have a much more stronger unit, and we can go for the silverware. We want to see Jamaica win some silverware. You know what I mean? When was the last time Jamaica win a cup? You see me? We don't have Caribbean Cup for play anymore. So if we're gonna win any silverware, it has to be between Gold Cup and Nations League. Those are the only two things we can win. Copa America is going to be hard. You know what I mean? Because you're talking about world champions Argentina, 5-time world champions Brazil, plus Mexico, plus USA, plus all of those great South American teams. That's going to be a tough one. But in terms of Gold Cup and Nations League, those are our only chance of winning some silverware. So we have to try and do that. And I say we don't go into this game thinking, oh my God, we're going to get 3-1 from the US. Or, oh my God, USA are going to beat it. We can't go into the game with them type of mindset there. This coach have to find a way for mentally prepare this team to say, yo, look, we're not business here. USA will play. You see me? We're come out here for win that game here. You see me? We're come out here for win this. You see me? That's what, if you believe so you lose already, you see me? Why even bother playing the game? Why even bother taking the field? If you believe so if you lose already. Marcus Garvey say, yo, you see me? Without confidence, you're twice defeated in the race of life. But with confidence, you have won even before you have begun. You see me? We have to go out there with confidence and belief so we can do that. So, adapt me, I say. This coach will get fired. This coach will get fired after this match against USA. But I think so still, Javon Wilson. But I think Hallgrimson will get fired, man. Hallgrimson now do a bad job. But I think he might do a bad job. If we beat the US, I think we can bring home a trophy. Yeah. And then at that, a USA are the litmus test for who are going to be champions of this region. So, I mean, once you get past the US, you're supposed to have the the confidence. Blair Video said last cup was from Chile. What cup? I do remember with, I think Ryan Thompson was the goalkeeper at the time. What cup was that, if you could remind me, and what year was that? What was the name of that cup, and what year was that? Because I do remember seeing them lifting that trophy. Was that like a regional? It was 2015. Okay. What was the name of that competition? If somebody could say. Oh, but still, if 2015 was the last time, if 2015 was the last time, that was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. Last cup was Caribbean Cup. No. It was a long time ago. Oh, it was a 1-game cup. Oh, I'm not talking about them type of cup then. I'm not talking about them type of cup then. I'm talking about like a tournament cup. I talk about a tournament cup. Jamaican coach confident the Grim is in tone. March Madness, Jamaica won. At that, I say Alvin as Augustus. I agree with that. Jamaica won. Jamaica won USA nil. At that, I go. All right, everyone. It's been a good stream. It's 2 hours now. I've never streamed for this long, but I honestly kind of enjoyed the stream. I want to thank everybody for coming in and making your comments and contributing to the stream. I really, really appreciate it. And, you know, I'm really kind of pumped up for the game. I will be out there in Texas, you know, watching the game. Probably we'll do a stream during or after the game and see what happens. Hopefully, we'll be coming in happy with a 1-0 Jamaica win and we'll march on to the Nations League final. Looking forward to it. All right, everybody, I'm going to end it here. Thank you for coming in again. On your way out, please smash the like button again. And if you haven't subscribed, I would just really appreciate your subscription. Until next time, walk good, take care of yourself. I'm out.